Hey guys, so today I thought I would share with you some of the authors that I've read in the past whose books I didn't enjoy, but are authors that I want to give a second chance. So for most of them, I've read books by them that I didn't enjoy, but they have other works out that sound interesting and something like I would enjoy, so I want to give them a second chance. Or the book that I didn't like, I want to reread and give that book a second chance. So some of the books that I talk about that I didn't enjoy might be some of your favorite books. I don't mean any harm. I don't want to offend anybody. But I will go into why I didn't like them. Everybody has their own opinion, and I'm making this video to say that I do want to enjoy them. So bear with me. Hopefully you don't get too upset, but let's just get into it. The first author that I would like to give a second chance is Victoria Schwab. I read The Archived a couple of years ago, maybe going on 3, and I didn't love it as much as everyone else does. I was intrigued by her writing style, which is what makes me want to give her another chance, but I was very confused with the plot. I didn't really connect with any of her characters, and I think if I went into another one of her novels with no expectations, both good or bad, then I would probably enjoy them. She has written quite a few other ones. I own 3. I know I own Vicious, but I can't find it. So I have a couple of her other novels. I think this is YA, but this one is adult, and she's such a hyped author, and like I said, I did really enjoy her writing style. So I think if I just found maybe an adult novel, then I would enjoy her a bit better. The next author on my list is Jandy Nelson. I tried to read This Guy Is Everywhere, and I only got about 100 pages into it before I had to DNF it. There wasn't really anything about it that I liked. I thought the characters were flat, the plot didn't sit right with me, and even the writing itself wasn't anything outrageous, which is unfortunate because I did really want to read that novel. It is something that I'd heard good things about, but I've heard a billion good things about her I'll Give You the Sun, which again I've owned for quite some time. I think is gorgeous, and I think the plot could be really well done, but because I really didn't like her first one, I am so hesitant going into this one. I don't know. It was on my summer TBR, but even so, it still isn't grabbing at me to read. I haven't looked at it twice since talking about it in that video, so I'm probably not going to read it, but I do want to, so I don't know if I should try rereading This Guy Is Everywhere or just read this one. So if you've read both, let me know what you thought. This next author isn't as well known as all of the others, but I do want to read more from Grady Hendrix. I read Horror Store and was super excited about it. The plot sounded super cool. It's like a haunted IKEA, and I thought it could be really well done, but it ended up being the worst books I've ever read, even though it had so much potential. I think my issue with this book was all of the cliches and all of the pointless twists in the plot. The writing was okay, but like there were a lot of graphics and it wasn't scary, but it had like spooky undertones. So I want to read his book, My Best Friend's Exorcism. That's another adult novel. And it sounds like it could be a lot more interesting for me, so I want to give that another chance, but because of my history with this author, I think I will just take it out from the library instead of purchasing it until I know for sure. The fourth author on this list is Tara Altebrando. She is a YA author, and I read The Best Night of Your Pathetic Life by her, and I did not like it. For a short contemporary, it is not a quick read, at least it wasn't in my opinion. And again, it had so much potential. It follows a senior class on a scavenger hunt that lasts all day, but it had so much drama in it, like just the petty, overdone high school tropes that I was not about it. I guess I'm too old for it, even though it was a couple years ago, but even then I thought it was just too much. However, I do want to read The Leaving because it is almost the exact opposite of the plot. So whereas that one was high school contemporary, this one is like kind of high school thriller. So I talked about it in my last book haul, but 6 kindergartners go missing, 5 come back 11 years later. So it does still follow like the same young adult, but I'm hoping it's less drama or less just like high school romance, cheating, backstabbing drama, and more like thrilling, did somebody die kind of drama. So again, I'm trying to keep my expectations low so I don't go too disappointed, but again, potential. So I have to give it another chance. This one is more about giving the book instead of the author a second chance, but I want to read The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky again. I first read this in January of 2013 and I gave it 2 stars at the time. At the time of reading it though, I was pretty deep into my depression. So like I said, this was January. I ended up being admitted in April of that year. So I was on the way to spiraling. So I think because of that and because I wasn't in the right mindset to appreciate this novel, that I kind of took the wrong things away from it. It is portrayed as this life-changing novel that everyone needs to read, and I didn't get any of that when I read it. So last year I watched the movie adaptation and I loved it. I took so much more away from the story and I understood the eye-opening of it and how important it is. So I really want to go back and read the book so that I can connect it and understand what the author was trying to get across. And then the last author that I want to talk about is Brandon Sanderson. So he has written both young adult and adult novels. I think he even kind of ventures into the middle grade. I'm not sure what category The Arithmetist falls under, but he has written a lot. And I've only read one book of his and I didn't like it. So the book I'm talking about is Steelheart. I read this a little over 3 years ago as a buddy read with some of my closest friends on BookTube, and I think I was one of the only people that didn't like it. It was my first time reading a superhero novel, so I'm not sure if that was my deterrent with it. It was also very heavily written because he is very focused in the fantasy, so it could have been that I wasn't expecting that. But I only gave it 2 stars. I do consider going back and reading it again just so I can continue on with the series and see if it is something that I missed. But I don't know, his writing was very good. He has a very strong writing, so I think I would enjoy more of his adult fantasies. Every time I go into the bookstore and I see one, I'm very intrigued in picking one up. But they're very long, so I'm very afraid. But I think he is an author I would enjoy if I gave him a second chance, so I'm very anxious to. So those are the 6 authors that I would like to give a second chance. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something I've been sitting on for quite some time and didn't know if it was something I wanted to do. I am all about giving people and authors and books second chances. I do reread novels a lot, so I'm always afraid if I miss something. So hopefully you guys can appreciate where I'm coming from. I don't mean any bad things by any of the books that I said. I just didn't enjoy them in my opinion, and I want to give the author themselves another chance. So I don't know, hopefully I get to it soon and I can have an update or do another one if you guys enjoyed it, because I'm sure there are some other ones that I would do, even just about novels specifically. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's any authors you would like to give a second chance, especially if there are any of the ones that I talked about. We can connect over the comments. Yeah, thanks again. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you soon.